Welcome to Late Night Gaming. My name is Rachel, and today we will be continuing Baldur's Gate 3. On our last episode, we finally got Karlach and we leveled up. Yep, that's it. And we talked a lot. So now we're trying to find a mechanic for Karlach's ticker. I don't know who to talk to, though.
Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
Sure.
Look, it ain't much, but it might make all the difference. The only way we'll make it to Baldur's Gate is to run, and run hard. If a gnoll catches your scent, you'll need every bit of strength. Trust me.
I love gruel.
You ever scare me like that again, and I'll feed you to a gnoll.
Mom, I'm fine. Stop it.
Our little Hellion told us what happened. Thank you. Don't know what we'd do without her.
I hope we'll meet again under better circumstances.
Likewise. Arabella?
Thank you for helping me.
Oh, I didn't see this guy.
Don't you lie to people. I thought I sensed an infernal around here. But you aren't from Elturel. What's your story?
I spent a good bit of time in the Hells. Enlisted against my will by the Archdevil Zariel. Same as you, I suppose, if you're from Elturel. The devils were delighted when your city was swallowed up. I thought they had you for keeps. Glad you got out.
I got lucky. It looks like you did too. And you brought some infernal machinery with you.
A little gift from Zariel. Keeps me burning hot.
Very hot by the smell of it. Might be burning out a piston ring or leaking oil. Mind if I take a listen?
Be my guest. But don't get too close or your eyes will melt shut.
Phew! You really are burning up. Whoever put that engine together tried to house metallurgized Demono valves inside a Ragnak's alloy casement. Very risky. I might be able to help. I'd need infernal iron. And a prayer that my hammer will survive the work. That thing isn't meant to operate outside of Ernest. I'm not sure how much longer it'll keep running the way it's going.
Will you be able to turn down the temperature a little? Worried I'm gonna go in for a handshake and singe someone's arm off one of these days.
I'd worry about surviving the night first. But help one, help both. If we can cool you off, it'll stabilize your engine and allow you to touch whomever you please.
Aw, she's so happy about that. Where should we look for infernal iron?
I've sensed some during our travels. It has a pull to it. Absolutely magnetic, once you know what you're looking for. I can show you where I'd look. Meanwhile, I've still got plenty of weapons and armor in stock if you're looking to load up.
Oh, okay.
So this town was ransacked. By soldiers, if my eyes don't deceive me.
Quite cruelly, too.
Must have been an awful day for the people who lived here.
Nothing else. I hope it was a mercifully short one.
Salutations.
Sister, you've got a deal.
Can't give up now. Should mind my step.
Looks like a trap there.
Don't I have?
Couple turns should do it.
I'm confused. Sue me. Oh, never mind. Here it is.
Infernal metal! This can help dam and patch up my engine.
So how the hell do we get out of here? Probably through there.
Give it a shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Gale.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon. Thank you.
Is there a way to cure him of his condition?
Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
Go on, you're among friends.
I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mistra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover.
Whoa. Are you telling me you made love to a goddess?
Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mistra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries.
How exactly did you try to cross those boundaries?
I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. Inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
I'm intrigued. Tell me all.
Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. And he almost managed, but not quite. His entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms, until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
I guess you ruled out flowers and chocolates altogether then.
You know me. My gestures can never be grand enough. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
How are you still alive?
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however.
Go on.
I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
Is there nothing we can do?
We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
I would hear what the others say first.
If having dangerous otherworldly objects stuck in your skin is wrong, then Gale and I both have to go. We're not really splitting up, are we?
We've come this far together and we'll continue on together. That is how it will be.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
Okay. Nice.
How fares the search?
I found the infernal iron you mentioned.
Please let this work.
The weight of it. And that blaze of chaos. Can't imagine this where my heart should be. Must be quite the experience. Give me just a moment. And I think... There. You'll have to install it, I'm afraid. I don't think there are thick enough gloves in all the realms to protect from that kind of heat.
That feels... good. I'm still burning hot as hell's hole, but I feel less... changeable. Cheers, mate.
Pleasure. And as for the heat, I haven't got any solutions now, but I'm not giving up. Could be if the combustion chamber had its own insulation, or if we had some kind of enchanted coolant. Find me again in Baldur's Gate. If I'm worth my salt, I'll have figured something out by then. Take care, Karlak. And hopefully the next time I see you, I'll have something promising to report. Pocket any infernal iron you find along the way,
Damon's upgrade didn't cool me down, but it did juice me up. I don't think I've ever felt more powerful.
Let's find some evil for you to smack then.
Bring it on.
Take a breather, lovelies, and have a bite on me.
Anything of use? I guess they didn't find their sister.
No.
Didness wanted them to suffer. We need to be careful.
Oh no. Dear Joel and Demir, don't get mad, I mean it. I'm only leaving this note so you don't panic and do something stupid. I'm going to the hag. I owe it to Connor to make things right. You know he'd do the same for me. I'll be back soon, so not a word to Mam, alright? She has enough on her plate. Marina. Oh, hello. Was he a traitor?
Ah, a fellow wanderer. Forgive the aroma.
You catch a waft of something foul, metallic, and sickly sweet.
Powdered iron vine. Most monsters will think twice before making a meal of me. An old hunter's trick. If you can't mask your scent, spoil it.
Who are you?
Today, the same as you. A humble supplicant, come to bargain with the lady of this house. That is why you came to her lair, I take it. To bargain.
The lady of this house?
A more innocent name than some I could call her. But it is what she is that ought to concern you. Her kind have hidden among us since the first darkness. And their knowledge is matched only by their spite. Know how to ask, and they'll share that knowledge. If you're fool enough to pay their price.
Speak plainly, what is she?
A powerful friend, a terrible foe. That I cannot decide for you. For my part, I need her knowledge. The thing I hunt has gone to ground. If she can tell me how to flush him out, I'll pay whatever price she asks.
What is it you're hunting?
Truth is like a blade, my friend. We can arm ourselves with it, or just as easily find it pressed against our throat. I would not put you in danger.
Maybe I can help with your hunt.
No, this duty is mine alone. But for such an offer, an answer at least is owed. I hunt a vampire spawn called Astarion. I'm bound to bring him back to Baldur's Gate, alive. Though I cannot swear to his condition once my tribe are done with him. Is he known to you?
We've met. He's not the type to come quietly.
You do know him? I don't suppose you'll tell me where he is.
I'm not going to help you find him.
Astarion has quite the friend in you. I'll make sure he knows that. At the end.
I'm a little surprised you chose to shield Astarion.
Let's hope it doesn't come back to bite me later.
Why?
I don't want a crumb left on that plate, girl.
Auntie Ethel, please. One more bite and this pie is gonna come back up to say hello.
Don't make me get the wooden spoon. You're eating for two, so get to it.
Woo!
If it isn't the cheekiest pup of them all, you'd best have one hells of an apology for me, young lady.
You'll get no apology from me, hag.
I do like the mouthy ones. You know, I was gonna give you a swift kick up the arse and show you the door. But I think you and I could have a bit of fun together. Gods grant me patience. Eat up, Mayrina. I won't say it again.
The lady doesn't seem to be enjoying her dinner.
Keep your own little nose in your own little dish, Petal. I don't like busybodies. Besides, you have bigger problems. That wriggler swimming in your brain juice is a bit of an inconvenience, isn't it?
How do you know that?
Because you stink. And I know the stench of mind flayer anywhere. I can tell you're almost done cooking. You know, you could turn just like that. What do you say? Want me to take care of the little bugger?
Depends on the price.
Well, that depends on the job. Removing a parasite is no small feat. But I like you, Petal. So I'll only ask for something small. One of your pretty little peepers. Oh dear, you don't have one to spare. Terribly sorry, Petal, but no deal for you. Should you know someone with two eyes in their head and a wriggler problem, send them my way. Auntie will sort them out.
Interesting.
Come now, Mayrina. Time to go. Hello, sweetness. I'm still waiting for someone with the spare eye.
What happened to Mayrina? Did you do something to her?
Keep your own little nose in your own... I don't like busybodies. Ta-ta, Petal.
key. I'm gonna talk to the sheep again.
Ba. Oh. Ba. Ba. Ba.
This isn't... Marina, one of the sheep? Is this just like something funny? There's something weird about these freaking sheep. I think it's this one.
The frog's entire body shakes. It ribbits erratically as if in pain. The
What's
creature's
wrong?
limbs shake with effort, hind legs ready to pounce.
Come here, it's all right. I'm gonna roll again just because I'm curious. There we go.
It shies away, croaking a warning, eyes wide in terror.
Who's a good froggy?
That won't work. Can't give up. Again. Try something else.
No gloom, all doom.
My turn.
Lost in thought. All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
I'm ready.
Never a dull moment. Never wanted the easy path.
Okay, let's just go to camp. Time to go to camp. What the hell was that? Oh, I got attacked by a frog. So what happens if we take a starry into that one guy?
To
Gales had this devastating war within himself the entire time, and only just mentioned it. Who'd keep a secret like that from his friends? You can't trust anyone these days.
I met a monster hunter in the swamp. He was looking for you.
What? Who? What happened?
He wanted to capture you and bring you to Baldur's Gate.
Back to Baldur's Gate. Back to Cazador. There's no other reason he'd want me alive.
And who is Cazador exactly?
Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate. The patriarch of his coven and a monster obsessed with power. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn. And he became my tormentor.
Why would Cazador want you alive?
Maybe he wants to make an example of me, to show what happens to runaways. Or maybe he thinks death is too good for me.
The hunter was a gur. Does that mean anything to you?
Of course, he'd send a gur to hunt me down. First, they make excellent monster hunters, so find a vampire spawn sounds perfectly reasonable to them. Second, they're the reason I'm like this in the first place. It was a group of gur that attacked me that night in Baldur's Gate. I would have died had Cazador not appeared and saved me.
Saved you by turning you into a vampire slave?
Well, he didn't mention the slave clause at the time. And now he sends a gur monster hunter for me. It's a message. He's reminding me of his power. Even in the middle of nowhere, he can reach me. And he wants me back.
But why capture you? Why not just kill you? Well, he already kind of answered that. Don't worry, you're safe with me.
Safe? You think I'm safe?
Yeah.
Do you know
no, not really.
A vampire lord possesses? He can change shape, turn into mist, call walls to do his bidding, shrug off blows like they're nothing. He could walk into our camp tonight and kill you with his bare hands. And you'd be lucky if death was the worst thing that happened to you.
Alright, what do you suggest?
First, we have to... I don't know. Well, if we kill his lackeys, he'll just send more. We just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight.
What do you make of Raphael's deal?
I won't lie. It's tempting. If I keep the tadpole, I risk transforming into a grotesque monster. If I lose the tadpole, Cazador has control of me, body and soul, and I return to the shadows. It's grim either way. So why not sell what's left of my soul to a devil? Better he has it than Cazador.
We have other options, better options.
Figuring out what's happening to us, confronting a god called the Absolute, and then finding time to kill my old master before he can control me once more? Yes, that's an option, but I wouldn't bet eternity on it.
Also, if any of you have ever played Fallout New Vegas, you know those, like, moth butterfly looking enemy bug things? Aren't they also called Cazadors? No matter what universe, Cazadors are the fucking worst. Okay, we really need to sleep. We are all looking busted up.
Hellsfire. She's coming.
Well, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
God's damn it. Anyone but her.
Just who in the nine hells are you?
Well, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlak's still breathing. I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after. That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark. Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. Karlak meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart.
Get to the point, Devil. What do you want?
The point? Oh, yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
Whoa!
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms. Get used to the new form, pet. There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade. Karlak, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you.
Me?
Well, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
Whoa! Okay, it's just fitting to go talk to Will first.
God's damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Will was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
The Blade of Frontiers has some explaining to do.
I'll say what I can, but it won't be enough. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
What are the terms of your pact?
I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
Okay.
There you are, my friend.
At your service.
Are you now? Don't make promises you can't keep, darling.
Whoa.
Thankfully, I've had my needs met this evening. I found a bear. He took a little of my blood. I took all of his.
Sounds like a dangerous meal.
So's any meal worth having. It's nothing compared to, well, other things I could be dining on, but significantly better than the rats and bugs Cazador served me.
Sounds delicious. Actually, does it matter? Blood is blood, isn't it?
Not at all. Blood is life essence. And some creatures have so much more life than others. Cazador gave me just enough to keep me, well, alive, for lack of a better word. But never more than that. Still, that was the past. I'll never have to grovel for him again.
True, you can start over. You can be better than what he made you.
Exactly. I can be better than him. Stronger. More powerful. More... Oh. You meant be kinder. Pet bunnies, that sort of thing. I've no objection to being nice, of course. Once I have the power to bend others to my will.
You think power lets you do anything free from consequences?
Well, yes. You can't look at the world and tell me I'm wrong.
Power corrupts. You do well to remember that.
Oh, I hope so. A little corruption sounds fun.
He is so
I
funny.
spent centuries as the victim of a corrupt man. It was the mind flayers that plucked me away from that. They gave me a gift. The strength to take my own freedom. I'm embracing this power. You should too.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
He's a good man. Maybe the best of us.
You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was.
I love how he's just part of our camp now.
I promised I'd be back. Don't worry. I have things under control. For now. You haven't been using the parasite's power. You think you don't need it. But things haven't gone as you expected. You hoped a druid as powerful as Halsin might be able to remove your tadpole. But he couldn't. You're desperate to be rid of it. Understandable. But you're looking for solutions in the wrong places.
So what should I be doing?
Your parasite is unusual. It is wrapped in magic that prevents its removal. Until the source of the tadpole's magic is destroyed, any attempt to remove it will kill you. You were lucky that Halsin knew this. His instincts are right. The parasites are merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun.
How do I destroy the source of the tadpole's magic?
I am not sure yet. To find the answers, we must first find the source. These parasites are more than a lithid spawn. They are vessels for control. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god. You witnessed it yourself with Priestess Gut. That is how the cult of the Absolute is spreading. The highest of their rank, the True Souls, carry a tadpole just like yours. It is how they receive their orders. It is what makes them obey. When the order to transform is given, it will not be a matter of days. They will be mind flayers in an instant. Were it not for my protection, so would you.
So who are you?
It's complicated, but I'm an adventurer, just like you. Just like you, I was infected with a mind flayer parasite. Just like you, I seek to be free of it. I've been trying to escape from this evil for a long time. Once, I almost succeeded. Now, through you, I've been given a new chance. You can go where I cannot, and I can protect you from that evil. If we work together, we may turn this around. Hells, they need me. I have to go.
What is going on over there? Or is there anything I can do to help you?
No. I can handle this. For now. The power I used to protect you, I stole it from someone. They want it back. I will hold them off for as long as I can, but sooner or later I will be worn down. You must discover the source of the magic that controls the parasites before that happens. The cultists are gathering at Moonrise Towers. Use the powers your parasite gives you to convince them you are one of them. And when you find the source of their magic, destroy it. Go. Our freedom depends on it.
Okay, I think that is where I'm going to leave this episode off. I'm going to try and figure out other quests we can do to help raise our level. Because right now, what are we at? How do I check that? We're at level 4. We need to be at level 6 in order to really complete that Halzen mission. Because that drow lady is level 6. So yeah. We'll figure it out. But until then, thank you so much for watching. This was Late Night Gaming. If you like this video and you want to see more, you can click that subscribe button. And while you're down there, please leave a comment. I love getting comments from you guys. And please go check out my other videos. I hope you like them. I enjoyed making videos, so hopefully you see that enjoyment come out through the video. But until then, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.